buttoned up.
She be wildin' to me.
Yeah.
I be
I was
like,
fully covered. I was respectable.
I was like, take some of that off.
Put a long coat on.
Put a jacket on.
I was
Dress code on,
I was
goddamn.
they hating. They just hating.
Now we hating.
Now
Now we
we're, no,
hating.
you're
We
like
tell
my
you to
dad
put
and
a
my
coat
brother,
on.
so you know you allowed to be like, wait a
We
minute.
tell you to put a coat on, we hating now.
You're
Right.
My brother and my dad, y'all just.
Yo,
Wait a minute.
y'all better get a copy of the relationship dismount, man. Don't play yourself. Get a copy of the relationship dismount. How to stick the landing when exiting a toxic relationship. Get your copies from my website, IamZoeWilliams.com. Alright, listen. Also,
The lady, that's my nigga. Yo.
don't trip. Don't trip. The second annual Black Power Awards. Zoe Williams will be there. After party and tribute to Rakim Allah, Saturday, November 18th, 2017, at 10 p.m. until. Hosted by Sonny Patterson and Zoe Williams. It's gonna be sick. I see everybody coming in right now. So just a few minutes, 5 minutes before showtime. I just wanted to jump in here early to promote a few things. Y'all got to get our back on this. Hey, listen. Now that the super chat is enabled, listen, man. If everybody that comes in could donate $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever, I'm going to shout everybody out that I see donating in the super chat. I'm going to shout everybody out during the show. Ladies, are you guys gonna look how beautiful she looks today?
Right, where we going?
Where are we going?
No, I had a shoot today, which is what this is.
Oh,
And then the dress is because my man's taking me out.
Oh. She looked like
Date night.
she looks like a black Michelle Pfeiffer
Yes.
In Scarface.
in Scarface right now.
Nailed it. He nailed it.
She got the Scarface look.
Zoe nailed it with that one.
I'm gonna sit here.
You about to do some cocaine? You and your boyfriend later on?
All right.
Put a $20 bill on.
Those nails.
It's the 20.
I'll never look the same at a guy with like just a long pinky nail ever.
Yep,
Like
absolutely.
Well, oh, you do coke? Yeah, nigga.
Absolutely.
I'm like moving all up in the mic. So yo, the craziest thing happened today. 3 Doors Down again is trying to convince me to have a conversation to like let him be in my space. And I'm like, for what? I talk to you, but every 14 days. Like what? So apparently my strategy would be like, let's not talk anymore. It's not sufficient. I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody said I'll donate to that hottie at the end.
Oh, me? Hey! Whatever.
Yeah. Hey, don't get it twisted though. Today's topic is gonna be off the chart.
It's gotta be because he didn't send it to nobody. So we up in here trapped.
Yo, yeah, this shit's about to be bananas today. It's about to be crazy.
I was at the movie, so I wasn't really paying attention that I didn't get that message, you know.
It's gonna be heated.
See, I was like, sabotage.
I thought about that energy drink that you promote because this cannot happen again. This is insane.
I done told you. What did you drink?
She had
Coffee,
coffee.
just coffee.
Lord Jesus, Savior.
But my body, like my little
She
system
wild.
can't handle this.
Somebody said she does look pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, the limits, though, like literally just your body because you're so much smaller. Like,
Yo, what up, Miss Lips? We see you out here, Miss Lips. What up? Yeah. Hey, don't get it twisted. We about to go live. It's about to be sickening.
Hey, sickening.
I don't know if y'all ready for what we about to do up in this mug, but it's about to be crazy for sure.
Man, listen.
Because I really don't feel like y'all dealt with. Like, I feel like y'all didn't deal with Antonio Moore correctly.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't here, so let's do it.
I really don't feel like y'all were able to handle him He's not here now.
Oh, I was like, is he coming? Yeah.
He won't be here today.
No.
But I feel like I gotta do this story because I saw an article. I think I saw this article on Facebook. As a matter of fact, let me pull the article up right
Let
now
me get my ladies ready.
because I think it's something that needs to be dealt with.
Tell people mine.
I'm about to take mine.
Oh, we got 60 seconds. Close the door. Mimi should be here in a little bit. So, just play the intro and we can go.
Yeah.
Bam, bam. I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes? Financial infidelity? I'm dating a bad person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this is gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy snap?
The child wasn't his, and you still had to pay child
It's
support.
a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with the bad pipes routine. How does he maintain his humbosity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother? I'm a
Rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
So Williams.
Reason and accountability.
You already know I'm the voice of reason in real life. You and the niggas all live, my nigga. What up, Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is live on Dash Radio. It's about to go down in the town. I don't know if you're ready to deal with the truth of this topic, but I felt like we had to do it. Before I get to the topic, I got to promote a couple of things. Not as many as on the Zoe What Morning Show, but a couple of things. Second annual Black Power Awards after party in tribute to Rakim Allah, the God MC. Saturday, November 18th, 2017. That's 10 p.m. until. I'm co-hosting this with Sonny Patterson. 595 North Event Avenue. What is it? No, that's 595 North Avenue, Northwest Atlanta, Georgia, 303-118. Anyway, just call the phone number, 404-439-1044. That's 404-439-1044. I'm there at the Black Power Awards. I'll be in Atlanta from the 17th until, I guess, the 19th, that whole weekend. Come get at your boy. Also, get your copy of The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. You got to get a copy of that. And also, you got to pre-order a copy of, you already know, The Holographic Relationship. That is my new book that is on its way. We are editing, feverishly editing. It is a difficult process, but I love the process. As a matter of fact, it begins again tomorrow at 9 a.m., where I sit on the phone and read the book and reread it and re-edit and reword and rework. Oh, man. Last week I was on the phone with the sister for 3 hours and we got 8 pages done.
Oh, jeez, Lord. Oh, be with you.
Like, it's a real situation.
Right.
You underdig? It's a real process. The holographic relationship. Please go to my website, I am Zoe Williams, right now and pre-order a copy of that. Well, I should do this too. I've got to promote Total Package Energy. Because I had one and I'm on 26 right now.
Oh, yes.
And the difference between me and Michelle Pfeiffer over here, She just had some damn coffee and she's shaking like she had crack.
And I can't stop shaking.
No, literally, like
Well,
I'm not
seriously.
shaking like the look
Yeah.
she got going on.
Yeah.
You really
I
shaking.
hate this feeling.
Like she feels
I'm like,
like
really tripping over here.
it's really crazy right now. She's having tremors,
Yes, she is.
like micro orgasms
Ooh, well maybe.
Well, all of a sudden I'm like,
or hand orgasms.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to be bananas. I got to get it cracking. We got such a hot topic right now. Let me just say this too. You guys got to donate. All right? The super chat is enabled. Please donate to the show. I'm trying to get here so I can see where the video at so I can definitely want to shout out everybody who donates. Please continue to donate to the show. The super chat is enabled. Get down with your brother. Whatever you can. Hey, what's happening? 901 niggas. Let me see. That's him. He on YouTube. Let me see who else is shouting me out. Where the donation buttons at? Hey Trey, I don't know. What up, Trey Young? I see you on YouTube. Everybody saying what's up. Y'all got to donate in mass in order for this shit to work.
yes.
She is actually beautiful, Zoe. Of course, Reggie, Indiana, 76. Motherfucker is fine as frog hair.
Yes.
Frog baby hair.
Yes, she is.
You can't see that
frog,
shit.
baby.
That's so fine.
That's how.
Yeah, that's how fine she is. And so is motherfucking Tiffany. Tiffany got
They,
a donk,
they
though.
all love Tiff.
You
Yeah.
don't gotta tell them about the backside. I don't be showing it on purpose.
Tiffany got that.
Yeah.
Thinking in the Bible.
I'm telling you, Tiffany got that. She got that. Roar, 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 roar. She got that dog dunk. Her, Mimi. Hey, even Angry Smurf.
She got the slim cake.
Like, you not
She
even
got the
aware.
slim
The slim cakes.
She does though, yeah.
Slim, she got
She
it.
got the slim cakes. With that bicycle gap. You know, like,
Yeah, she got the gap.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the
She
gap,
got
man.
that gap. I don't.
I'm like, damn, okay. You know, you be fooled sometimes.
Yeah.
And then the first time I met this one, she had on a little skin tight dress.
Ooh.
She was like, yeah, you.
Oh, yeah.
Really thin, but curvy.
The sleeper.
Teach you how to throw up the Crip sign. Just look at that ass and do this. Like,
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Like a whole gauge and a whole nothing.
it's an ass gauge. Like,
Let me see that. You see the scope.
I promise you, man. The ass gauge. It's a real situation. We over here tripping right now.
A little
We over here tripping. Don't worry about us.
Don't worry about me.
Are y'all ready for the voice of reason? The number to dial, this is a caller-driven show. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Welcome to Dash Radio. If you're just getting here, please understand you find us on Dash Talk. DashRadio.com, or you can download the Dash Radio app. If this is your first time tuning into the Voice of Reason, please understand this is a relationship show where I try to allow the women to speak more than me.
You do.
And I do let y'all go. Y'all go. But when y'all be talking that bullshit, I got to cut you off.
Sword.
I'm sorry. But we really want to learn from the women. This is why we have them on the show. And it's important that you guys that are listening, ladies that are listening, please call in and share your perspective. Call in and share your opinion.
Yeah.
Today's topic, here we go. The Captain Save-A-Bro Show.
Oh.
A deeper look at the black woman's guide to dating a broke brother.
Yes, I just had this conversation. Yes.
Yikes. Ugh. Christ. Anybody listening on the radio right now but want to see the live video, you go to my YouTube page and subscribe. www.youtube.com/TheZoWhatShow. We're on right now, live. Oh my God. Let me say today's topic again. The Captain Save-A-Bro Show. A deeper look at the black woman's guide to dating a broke brother. I came front. Wow. Listen, after Antonio Moore was on this show before, right? Okay? After he was on the show talking about in 35 cities, major cities across the United States, African American men make up 45% of the unemployment statistics. He said that's social collapse. He was in here talking about black women are always fantasizing about the perfect black man, when in fact, it's very difficult for that man to come out of society's system as it is currently constructed.
Right.
The systemic problems with the system. The economic gap. Here's another fact on the economic gap. Only 3% of America's population, right, or only 3% of America's land is occupied by its population. Right? All the urban areas, that's 3%. 270 million people live in urban populated areas. The rest of it is swamps, forests, deserts and shit. It's hard to live everywhere else. Of that 3%, 98% of the property is owned by white folk.
Damn. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm very sure.
So that's interesting, right? That's an interesting angle to come from, right? So we thought, wow, let's really create a topic where we could deal with this.
Right.
The Captain Save-A-Bro Show. A deeper look at the black woman's guide to dating a broke brother. Well, you know I've created a lot of questions. I'm going to ask the questions and then I want you guys to deal with them, man. Mimi just walked in looking all delicious. Is that cranberry or burgundy?
I would say cranberry. Yes.
Cranberry.
Yeah,
With
cranberry.
ice?
You better stop looking at me. I'll tell you that right now. I was looking at Mimi the other night like, what the?
About to kick you out the show so you can break that boundary, professional boundary
Listen,
rule.
I try. Listen, I'm just gonna be honest, man. I try to be professional. I be struggling like. It's a struggle. Y'all should have seen me Saturday night at Corey Holcomb's concert out here in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all should have seen her, my nigga. Like, stop. What we doing? What? Okay, we might as well just do this thing then. That's what I be having those conversations in my mind. Like, go ahead, my nigga. What we gonna do then? Then I have to remember shit. This is me. I can't do that. I'm getting in trouble out at this motherfucker.
Right.
This is my kind of trouble. This is what I don't like about me. It's story time with Zoe. Let's share. Before we get to it.
Please share.
I don't like losing it to a woman. Just getting all the... I know what type that I be... You a quicksand woman. Hell nah. I ain't fucking with you. Get your quicksand pretty ass out of here. Nah.
No.
I can't do the quicksand woman. I ain't gonna lie. I got flaws. Something gotta be a little wrong with you. So I can be like, I can't fuck with you.
Right.
I can fuck with you a little bit and then let it go. I'm good. I get to maintain a little bit. Pretty ass Mimi.
Oh, thank you.
Got a nigga's back. She be like, don't worry, I got your back, babe. I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna let go in more than I'm gonna let go in more than one way. Shit, I'm sorry, that was a bit too much. All right. Let's reset the topic, Jesus. Let's bring it back. The Captain Save-A-Bro Show. A deeper look at the black woman's guide to dating a broke brother. The numbers are telling y'all the truth. All right? The numbers. Mimi, I know. But we got to talk about it. The numbers. In 35 cities across the country, 45% unemployment rate for black men. Major cities. That's social collapse, as Antonio Moore says. Again, how do women want a man at the same level that they're at, right? When those men, we're talking about ethnically speaking, are far and few in between. Does that then force her into interracial dating? Because there's scarcity around the number, the amount of dudes that are available. I got questions. Let's get busy. True or false? If I am broke, does that mean I do not deserve love? Call us right now, 323-230-4610. If you're a woman who is the breadwinner. Okay, cool. All right, call us, 323-230-4610. True or false? The mental roadblock that many men face on their road to success is navigating their way around being defined as less of a man due to their inability to provide more or equal to the woman they want to date. Shit. Fuck. If I'm not balling, even if I'm not as educated as she is, even if I'm not working in a Fortune 500 company, I need to be balling paper-wise, equal to or more than her in order for her to respect me? 323-230-4610. That's the number to dial. Sisters, can you date a broke brother? If so, under what circumstances and for how long? This nigga's got a time limit. Right. You hear the women, they gonna teach you. When I throw it to them, they gonna teach you. Ladies, keep in mind the questions I'm asking. If something rings out, please respond to that. Do women have a greater chance of being happy in a relationship with a broke man or a man of meager means? Because you know, if he got cake, he got resources and options. And although you're a baddie, there's a line of baddies.
Yes.
Ready to get down with the get down.
Right.
So does he value relationship even less because he got options? So technically, you probably would be better off with Brokey Robinson. I'm just asking, ladies, do you stand a greater chance of being happy in a relationship with a broke man or a man of meager means? True or false? Most men see it as a great sign of loyalty and integrity for a woman to stick by his side from the bottom floor all the way up to the penthouse suite of his life. That is a woman's rite of passage for a man. But if she comes in while he's already at the penthouse, he doesn't value her as much because she didn't help getting there. Have women lost the art of helping get him there? They don't know how to get him there no more?
You gonna leave your ass for a white girl.
323-230-4610. I want to know. Mimi. Mimi?
Yes.
How do you date a broke man? Hey!
I must laugh at that.
Oh, there I go.
Yeah, I gotta laugh at that. I mean, if it's someone I've known already and they're my folks and they're broke, then I kind of got a little pass for them because I know they have an ability and we can put our minds together.
They have a disability.
No, they have an ability.
Okay.
An ability to perhaps create some type of financial substance. But I'm not going to meet someone that's already totally broke, and because I'm not broke and I feel like I don't know you yet, so there's nothing there to make me feel like, of all the people trying to say hi to me, I'm attracted to your broke ass. Please, you feel me? Like, it has to be something that draws us together, and it won't be too much probably, unless he has a hell of a swag and somehow has a hell of a lot of game and somehow maneuvers other things and other people in his life. Because some people don't have money, but they got game. And a motherfucker will game your ass until you figure this shit out. This motherfucker really broke. We go out with his friends and his friend pay.
That's the game. That's the game.
Wow.
Oh, I'm in the entourage.
You are this man. I did not know that until tonight. This nigga always paying. We always at his table.
I know it's been happening before. Like, oh, wait, whoa.
This is the entourage now.
So
Entourage.
let me ask the obvious question: are the baddest chicks really on sale to the man with the most resources?
That is facts. Gee, all day.
Because if Brokey Smurf does not have a chance,
No.
but Richie Rich does,
No, you know what?
What?
are you for sale?
No, hell to the no. So let me explain it. So basically, I'm just saying there's a criteria to the
Speak
fact.
on
There's
it.
a criteria that there's something happening in your life. We're not going to get together and things are happening in my life, and so you're rolling on this roller coaster with me. Hell to the no. What can you bring to the roller coaster so we can put more flips on this motherfucker? We can do more things. We can build some shit. We can do some things, and I'm fucking with you. But
Mimi hood than a motherfucker.
I love it. That's authentic.
We need flips, my nigga. Your roller coaster only got one loop, dog.
It's a commercial.
What you doing? This ain't no roller coaster, nigga.
It's a game, nigga. Am I in kitty land? I need to be in the real land at Magic Mountain. You feel
Oh
me?
man.
But not only that, though, it's not about how much a person has. I want them to have something, is my point. But I can meet someone that's richy rich, and I was dating someone who's not really richy rich, but he got it popping. I'm going to stick with who is the vibe is really with. It's not about the dollars and the cents, because guess what? We can make more dollars, and it will make sense. But I'm not going to get with someone based on that. I'm not for sale, and I actually make my own boat roll. So I'm already rolling.
You
feel
under
me?
there?
I'm trying to see if you catching up with me, my nigga, and I'm in a yacht. How about that?
Right.
All the time.
You got a rowboat. You trying to pull up to the guy. I got a boat though.
So let me ask Tiffany.
Yeah.
Tiffany, how do you date a broke dude?
My rule with broke dudes is I will go Dutch.
So you have a broke dude rule.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, okay, let's talk about it.
Because again, when I say like I practice what I preach, like I have every man up to this point, every man that I've actually been in a relationship with, for a long period of time, I have built up. So for lack of better words, women talk about it as dating down. I was equal or more to them. So like I'm all about building up black men. I'm about that life. But like there's some certain rules to that, which is you have to at least have demonstrated that you have a desire or a goal that you're working towards ambitiously, because and that's really the thing. Like you can't just be broke and you're just broke, like sitting on the couch, like cool with being broke. As long as you demonstrate a desire to be more than just sitting on the couch.
You know one of the most influential and powerful men in the world is right now? The Dalai Lama.
Yeah, and he sit on
and he's dead broke.
Yeah.
He's dead broke.
He's dead broke, but he also actually is in an establishment where he still has food and housing every day.
He's broke.
Right, but if you were,
I doubt the Dalai Lama got an ATM card.
No,
he broke.
No Amazon.
But so my point is, does he eat every day? And he has housing. He has a roof over his head.
Then my point would be this, Tiffany: what is feeding him? The substance of the man.
His followers.
No, the followers are responding to something.
Right. That's my point, though. But that's still a thing. Like, he still has an ability to provide what's necessary.
But that's not a job.
I didn't say it had to be a job. I've actually multiple times on this show said it does not need to be in the form of an actual job to another human being.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying substance. A lot of times, substance does not qualify as like a relationship quality.
Right.
For a lot of people, sometimes substance does not qualify as a relationship quality. When you look at the basic prerequisites for what makes a man a catch, a lot of times it ain't got shit to do with character.
Right.
It has more to do with characteristics and statistics. Am I bullshitting?
Nigga.
No, you're right.
Statistics and characteristics get nigga pussy.
Trademark that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now, somebody like the Dalai Lama, who is substantive, can move the world on some spirit shit to the point where he makes having a job irrelevant. And I just believe, especially women in America, are not tuned to pick up on substance.
True. True.
Yeah, because I wouldn't date the Dalai Lama. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he ain't fucking anyway.
That's the reason.
Shit, he's a monk. You already told us you was wild. No, I love it though. I love it. Let me ask you a question. Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Would you date a broke dude? Have you dated a broke dude? And if you were dating a broke dude, how long does he have?
Okay. No, I have not dated a broke dude.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know necessarily how I would get into that situation. I'm gonna call that.
I don't know how
to.
like let's say.
I don't even know how to talk to broke people. I don't even talk to homeless people.
Like, oh my god.
No, it's just the truth. I don't know how it would come up, but let's say it did. I don't want to say I don't know how long it would take, but I can tell you I would almost lead by example. Like I'm a very motivated person, so I think one of two things are going to happen. If you see me grinding every day and you see me doing what I have to do, one of two things are going to happen. You're either going to A, catch up, or ask for help, whatever it may be. I'm going to see you start working. I'm going to see that you're trying, which is amazing. Or B, you're just going to fall behind and we're done.
Do you see the logic? I want you guys to listen to the logic.
Yeah, that's
323-230-4610. Did you guys hear that? Let me just ask. Ladies, do you all agree with what she just said?
I mean, to some of it, to a point, like you said. My whole thing is, like, again, I'm someone who is habitually, actually, I'm not against dating broke people, because as long as I can recognize, like you said, there's substance there, that, like, that's not a place of being, it's just a place for your present state. Like, there's the I am broke, which defines your being, and you're just like, I'm the black man who the world is against me and nothing's in my favor, and I'm just gonna sit here and
right.
I'm gonna stew in it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. No, that was big. I like that. I want you to drill down on the difference between the victimhood mentality and the reality that exists of massive inequality when it comes to economics in America between the races. So there is a difference.
There's a huge gap, yes. I mean, you can see it in everything: finance, ownership, education, everything. Like, I come from a state where we actually are historically top 5 in turning out some of the best SAT and ACT scores, except that's only for white people. We still have one of the largest educational gaps, racially in the country. Explain that, how we can have the best education in the country but only for white people. Explain that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's real. And so that's why I say, when dating, I'm like, I'm cool with dating someone who's broke right now, but in your substance, are you a black man who's like, these are the real barriers, but I'm gonna try despite. That's how I really determine if I no, but you don't. That's the difference with a lot of black men. There's a lot of black men who just want you to listen to them complain all day, and that's their determining factor of if you're a ride or die black woman or not. If you're basically going to sit there and stew and cry with them, I'm not going to stew and cry with you. I'll listen to you today, lift you up today, because that's what you need. Like, everybody has a rough day. Like, you got a ticket and they didn't hire me on the job. I did 15 applications. I didn't get no interviews. Baby, I feel you. The system is fucked. Yeah, the man is the shit.
But see, I think it's also
and then
easy.
the next day, be like, oh, but what do we need to do today? Can we try again?
Yeah, but I think it's all too easy to wipe that away as victimhood and blaming, when in fact, as the Honorable Minister Farrakhan said on numerous occasions, do you really know how difficult it is to be a black man? Like in all aspects of living, like
ay caramba.
like Jesus. So, I mean, first off, black men don't really do really well in corporate America without a high level of capitulation and tolerance for the bullshit from the higher ups.
Yes.
And men, just men in general, don't get down like that.
Right.
You got a few times to talk reckless to me.
Right.
Then we have a situation. Houston, we have a situation. And I'm just saying, women in general think the bigger picture more so than men do in terms of, I'm not finna lose my job because my boss is an asshole. I'm going to hold it in and take it out on somebody back out at the house. I'm going to go home with a motherfucking attitude. I'm not finna let this nigga see me crack because he signed my goddamn check.
Right.
And the shit I want to say to his ass, I can't really say to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Men, on the other hand, be like, say one more thing, nigga.
Right.
Or they don't even say that. They'll say one more thing in their head. And then one more thing is said, and furniture is moving at the job site.
I will say, if the furniture moves, again, as in I do, like, I'm never going to claim I know black man struggle because that would just be the most ignorant statement someone could make, and that would be dumb. But what I will say is, I have empathy towards what I don't know. So I have empathy towards you for not knowing how hard it really is, and that's where I say I'm a little militant. Like, my ex got comfortable at his last job after years and finally then chose to grow out his hair into dreads. Because that was a conversation. Like, you in corporate America, you can't just have dreads. Like, America's made that very clear. You just can't have dreads. We don't see it as professional. It's not popping. Don't braid your hair. It's not okay. Like, they're not going to write it in an HR manual, but they're sure the hell going to make you know that that's not okay, right? So we had a conversation. He grew out his dreads. He was at that job for a long time.
You told your dude to grow out his dreads?
I said if he feels comfortable to grow them out, that's his choice. But that's because he was on the job for a long time. But the punchline to the story is then he grew them out. I was in love with them. Like, oh, dreads. Like, yes, brother, I'm glad you're in a job where they let you grow out your dreads. You're comfortable with your dreads. And then the time came where he was like, well, I'm gonna start looking elsewhere to upgrade this life. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I think I need to cut these things off. And I was like, oh, you are right. Because that's just the world we live in. You might have to cut them off to get the upgrade. I said, but I love them, and I don't need you to upgrade in that way if you don't want to. So the conversation I had with him was, if you want to stay in this job and not have to cut the hair to do what you want to do, I support that as a black woman. I'm not telling you, yeah, just to get a better job, you better cut those things off because that's the way the world is. No. I'm like, when I practice what I preach for real, I was like, well, babe, I really like these things. I don't like the system we live in. I would love to think you could get a new job with these on your head.
Got you.
But you might not. You
So-
know, we were working towards him getting his own business, all that. So I was like, maybe just keep those things.
So let me just ask a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Sisters, can you be in a serious relationship with a full-time student living off of financial aid?
Yeah.
Yeah?
As long as you use your meal card to buy me a meal every once in a while.
Because y'all like, y'all, can I come on campus?
Because he has a future, and I mean, he's trying to
And
do
he's
something.
trying.
So are you dating him or the future?
I'm dating him, but at least I see that he sees the future. Some people see nothing.
Ooh, say more, go deeper.
So the people that see nothing, I can't mess with you. You have no goals for yourself and no ideas of where your future is going, then you're really not the type of person for me. I know where I'm going, and I'm trying to go a lot of places, so we won't understand each other anyway. We're on two different streets.
We don't speak the same language, bro.
I'm on a different avenue and everything, so that's going to be something that will not work out for me. But if he's going after something, I like who he is, I like his swag, the potential, and believe me, we're going to find some other ways to get some bread.
Right.
All right. We got to get some callers in here. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Phone callers, we're going to come to you right now. True or false? Broke men are only good for complicated situationships. They're only good for complicated situationships. No, you're not good for relationships, buddy. You're only good for complicated I got a situation with this nigga. Jesus. He on the couch. 323-230-4610. Callers, welcome to the Voice of Reason. I'm Zoe Williams. Speak on it. Hello. Yes, what's happening, man? You on the line? Speak on it. All right, what's happening, bro?
On what you just mentioned about capitalism and culture and economic value. I feel like, you know, if we're talking just black women in general, are you gonna start changing your standards as far as black men are concerned? Because there's not a lot of us in the upper echelon as far as the economic scale is concerned. So, you know, is it a question of values too? Are black women willing to date a good brother, but who happens to be a garbage man? Pays all his taxes on time, treats you well and all that. How long are you going to persist with this type of dude?
Wow.
Yeah.
He want to know, are you going to change your standards?
Well, the garbage man, that's a pretty good job.
That is
Right.
a really
Right.
good job.
First of all,
honestly.
that's a good job. I mean, at the end of the day, let me tell you something.
Mimi got sense, though. Now, hold on. Let me just preface Mimi. Mimi, I done told y'all, is that seasoned skillet.
Yes.
The black
So she know. There are a lot of women that be like, a garbage man, get the fuck out of here.
That's a
I promise
government
you.
job.
There are a lot of women that's like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Right.
So speak on it, Mimi.
But that's a city job, first of all. And so you know how hard it is for him to get fired from the city?
Hey.
Shit. So, I mean, he has a pension, he has goals. You said he treats you good. See, that's the main thing. See, you can have somebody with a bunch of money, they don't treat you good. I mean, I want money. Don't get it twisted. I'm going to get money myself. But I'm also saying is like, it's all about how someone treats you. Someone can have a bunch of money, but they don't respect you. I more or less want you to respect me, then therefore that's even more than money, because you're doing for me what money can't even buy. Money can't buy respect or love. So if you have both of those things, then I can work with you. Now, if you're not bringing anything to the table, then we got a problem.
Or on the flip side, I have dated someone who was very well off, but he was an amazing man. We just didn't click. You know, we just weren't that. And so he wasn't doing anything wrong. Wasn't there.
Let me ask all of y'all this. What about the brother that has a 9-to-5 gig, making $12 to $15 an hour, working a 40-hour week?
That's what my man does right now.
Well, you're 12, so that'll.
I mean, but there's nothing wrong with that, because if you're working and you know, whatever, you're 40 hours a week, let's say if you do want to do more, you know, you can. That doesn't mean that you're not doing anything with your life. Like my man, he puts whatever he has aside and he's working on what he wants to accomplish for himself on the side. You can do it all.
Well, okay, cool. I like that. Tiffany?
Right. Like, I don't know. Maybe
Y'all
it's just
all
a little-
saying, yeah, sure. Y'all know good well. Y'all be like, get your
because
broke
again,
ass out.
one, I think people think my ex, like any of my exes, like were 6-figure people. Like, nah, none of them are. So I don't know why. I don't know. The world got me messed up thinking I'm like over here gold digging or something. Like, no, not at all. Like, the majority of men I've dated have made under $20 an hour, period, with or without a degree. Being black is real.
Y'all gonna have to find another way to be happy. I'm telling you right now.
No, I'm saying, and I was happy with all of them. That's my whole point. Like,
Come on, baby. Let's share this bowl of cream of wheat.
Money is not the determining factor for a relationship. Again, your ability to demonstrate your ambition is. Again, so for my whole
Mimi
life
said, I ain't
motto.
fucking with none of that.
I like
thing
to
is-
enjoy life too much. I'm going
Yeah.
to do my thing. I mean, but I take myself out. You feel me? I can
No,
leave
that
here and go to
and-
Killer Shrimp or wherever the heck I want to go. Like,
Right.
that's just the way I live my life. So if you can't really live life with me like that, I'm going to start feeling some kind of way.
You gotta
Because, I mean, that's how I'm living anyway.
That's why I
you get
love
what I'm trying
Mimi.
to say? Like, I'm living that. I live my life. If tomorrow I decide I want to go to Ruth Chris at 6 p.m.
What's
I
happening?
want a filet
Right.
mignon and some lobster macaroni and cheese and some spinach. I'm doing that.
Yes.
So,
So
if you can't.
And I ain't picking up your tab, nigga.
A time period, like in where you should see some progress when you're doing
Listen, let me just say this. Let me answer that.
okay.
You motherfuckers ain't my professor. Y'all ain't checking my progress reports. Y'all not grading my advancement. See, that's the problem right there. Let me see your work, nigga. Let me see what you've been working on.
Nah,
Right.
if we've been together,
How many
for
job
months, we
interviews you
haven't
been
done
on?
anything new,
No, so okay, that's where I feel in between because again, Mimi is older and more established in general, and that's where like I feel like I'm in the middle because I do eventually want a man who can do equal to me, do equal, and that's what I'm saying. Like right now, I'm not gonna expect a man to have more or do more than I do for myself, and I don't do that much.
Okay, wait a minute. I just think that that's illogical on the Spock side of the game. If there is inequality in economics that separates the races, how then can you seek someone doing equal to you?
No, again,
if by the
first start.
But that's what I'm saying. If by the sheer numbers alone, inequality exists within the system.
Break it. Again, I didn't say equal in the beginning because again, my whole thing is like what I didn't finish is like, yeah, I will go half with you or just change what we do to accommodate what we're both able to do. Like, yeah, I do like to vacation. I do like to go on trips. So I might tell you in 6 months I'm going on a trip and, you know, you have 6 months to save to come with or whatever.
Tiffany.
But also, I might just not go on dates then. We might just do Netflix and chill family.
Tiffany, if you my woman, you can't say, oh, I'm planning on going somewhere in 6 months.
What you do?
We're really together. Again, y'all missed the point that like I've paid for my man to go on a trip with me. Like I paid for my ex. I paid for us to go on a trip.
I just
you know what I'm saying?
Winner.
Here's the deal. I'm a different kind of girl and I understand some of this stuff. So I'm like, again, if I really vibe with you, I'm gonna do different things. But that's not the girl you get on date one. You don't get ride or die everything for life on date one.
No.
You don't get exclusivity on date one either.
But I don't expect none of that.
I feel like 2 years later, we should not be in the same place. Neither one of us. That's how I really feel.
Y'all got to stop judging life like that.
Well, no,
That's why you miss a lot of life.
No.
You wake up one day realizing you was chasing some shit.
I'm not even talking about career, but we just can't. We cannot be on the couch 2 years later.
Okay, so hold on one second.
Mentally, you just can't.
All right, so hold on one second, ladies, because you guys are really turned up. Let's get Jeff Brown in here.
Yay, Jeff!
Is Jeff on? Do you see him? It should be a 310 number. Jeff, call one more time because he's trying to get in. So it should be a 310 number.
Let me call him.
No, I ain't gonna let you call him because I had to take the show down. Because when you let him in, his number flashed. And everybody saw it was like, Jeff. So, Jeff, call again. I know you're listening. All right. PT Cruiser just gave us $5.
All right.
Another brother named Trey. Hey, let me tell you something. Trey is the homie. Okay? Trey is the homie. You got him? Okay, Trey is the homie. Trey signed up a few months ago for my coaching.
Swag.
And he picked up 3 coaching sessions. And then I saw in my app, he left me a review for my coaching. And it was an amazing review. I was like, damn, nigga, you should have texted me that. I didn't even know, but it was an amazing review. I'm glad I was able to help that brother. Thanks, Trey, and thanks for the $10 donation. Super Chat is live on YouTube. We're broadcasting live through YouTube right now. We want you to continue to donate. There are a lot of people in the chat room watching us. The show is lit right now. We got Jeff Brown on the line. Jeffrey! Come on, man. Get up in here, man, and spit that truth.
Hey.
They said that shit in unison, like, fuck you. Hey. They said, like, hey.
That, one, broke is a state of finance. Poor is a state of mind. It sounds like y'all don't want to let say poor men, and you are confusing them with broke men. A mistake that this one lady did not make.
Well, they're very young at that time, so when you're younger, you accept different things. I mean, when you're young, your boyfriend can have a bicycle and you still like him, so that's a different state of mind when you're younger. So I do agree with what you're saying, but I'm just putting that part into it because they met at a very young age, and that makes a difference on how all of us think, I believe.
Which Tiff did touch on, yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Not white women, not Asian women, not Puerto Rican women, or any other of the women who are in line to fuck black men. Black women outnumber us 8.5 to 1. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. If this dude that you are looking for, who has all of the most of his shit together, is the only dude that can date that you will consider dating, how many of you are open to sharing that dude?
None of them.
No.
None.
No, I am. My whole mindset has changed.
No. And I know that's an issue.
Well, I realize that's an issue.
Jeff. Yes, Jeff. Man, this transition has changed me altogether.
Wait, listen, baby. Listen. Go ahead, say again.
I submit to you that women who think like you are going to spend many weekends waiting to exhale on fire stick and feeding both of their cats by hand.
Fancy feast.
Gross.
Wow.
I met my wife, the woman who I will not in public tell you how much money the two of us have amassed now. I was dead fucking broke. I was 4 months off of being homeless when I met my wife. If she thought like the women in this room, I would not own the buildings I own. I would not own the real estate that I own. I would not own the corporation that I own, because she would think like y'all. And if she thought like y'all, you'd probably be single. That's why it is very true. I know more than 10 women that fit this description. Over 40, well paid, fine as Persian cat hair by themselves.
Right, yeah.
Because you are using values, you're using Western values to gauge the same man who has been fucked over by Western values. And that doesn't really work very well. Stop looking, you keep mixing. Y'all are mixing the poor dude with the broke dude. And what I'm telling you is that there are plenty of dudes who are ambitious, who are intelligent, who are upwardly mobile, that are over 35, that right now are dead fucking broke. And riding around in their mama or their girlfriend's car. It is because there is a system in place, and which leads me to question number 2. How you gonna gauge your man when yes, ladies.
Here we go. Yeah. We can hear you. I done told you the protocol, Jeff. We can't talk while you're talking and people hear you. There you go.
Ladies, by your present scale, how will you gauge your man when the dollar crashes?
Yeah, I love when he says that.
Well, I don't.
Women are like, the dollar ain't crashing, nigga. Are you crazy? Nigga, we good, my nigga.
Well,
I mean,
world dollars to one world currency, rather. And the time between that gets 7 years. How are you going to gauge your man when dollars are working?
They're going to answer you right now, every last one of them.
Well, the first thing that I wanted to say was when you said ambition, and I think every female here, every woman here said that broke and being ambitious, that is fine. You know, that there was no issue with that. What we said was when you come to the table, no matter what situation you're in, we just need to know that you want something more. We just need to know that you're working towards something more. And we'll be there, we'll be the backbone. But, and then to your last question.
Well, let's wait, let's dig into that.
What? Okay.
What does it,
No, well, then you didn't hear it right.
What?
Each one of us said the same thing.
Yeah.
Please do. No. What?
No.
No.
Because even Zoe told me.
But that was a joke she made. That was a particular person. But
Life is my mother, and it didn't cost me shit to get to know her.
well, your mother had you, and that's a different relationship than when you meet someone that you don't know, and you don't know where that relationship is going, and how you look at that. I didn't say. Well, my first boyfriend was broke as well, and I showed him what Versace was. I showed him what everything was in life, and we grew together, and he became very wealthy himself. All I'm saying is that today, I'm up in age, right? I'm not that old. But
don't put it out there, Mimi.
I ain't 30. You get
don't do it.
I'm not going to put it out there. Oh, wait. So listen. So nothing happened. I'm explaining what happened.
He said, what happened to the wealthy dude?
Oh, well, he became my stalker, and I had to get a restraining order.
Okay, that's what happened, Jeff. We don't want to go.
Yeah, I had to get a restraining order. So he's so in love still to this day. So, but can I finish my point? I mean, I know you were talking, but I was trying to get my point. You asked a question, and I never got to answer it. Well, no, it was my turn. You've been talking like minutes ago, and he asked the ladies because you had a question. So I'm answering the question that you had, from my understanding, when you reversed the tape. Okay, so basically, I will date someone and help build them up, but they have to want to be built. Some people don't want to be built.
That's
they like
point.
being on SSI, whatever they're doing, whatever they're getting. I'm not hating on it. That's their thing. But I want, if he is on SSI, let's on the side, let me put some stuff in my name, and we can still get the hustle going. I mean, I'm willing to work with you to build that game. Like, I'm with the business, you feel me? Like, if I'm into you, I'm down for the cause. So even if he's on such and such and such and such, believe me, we can find a way to make more money. So I'm down with that. But if you're broke and you don't want anything and you're happy with how it is for you and you complain all day and you depress me, that's not a good relationship to be in.
Right, and I think Jeff covered that. Ooh.
That's a great question.
Wow, that's a great question.
Well,
you know,
go ahead.
No, well, if you have an answer.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, what I was just gonna say that is why earlier when I first started speaking, I said I don't know how that would happen, because what I would like to say is it is like a vibe, and if you step to me correct and there's something that clicks, but here's the thing, we would somehow have to almost not know that's your current situation, and when I'm getting to know you, that's definitely going to come up. So I understand that question and how that can be like sticky. That's all I was going to say. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, I understand.
Randall Crawley L on Twitter at Studio 7 Design says, no one is answering Jeff Brown's question.
Okay.
They don't think about the dollar crashing. And then he said, is money equivalent to manhood to them?
Okay.
Damn.
So here's the thing.
That was heavy.
So I don't know if anybody really be listening. Like, again, I've built up people, and it's not even necessarily on money. So here's the thing. If you're really showing me you have an ability to provide in general, and this is like a real, like, we've made it past dating, and we are monogamous, and we have made an understanding declaration we're building something together, then you have demonstrated you have an ability to build, right? So if the dollar crashes, that means we have something between us. That means we're going to survive regardless. That's why I said you need to have an ability and an ambition. Because if the dollar crashes, it doesn't matter because, okay, we at least have the deed to this house or this car, and it doesn't matter. We like at least have this property, even if it has no value in American dollars. Like, this is my space.
What?
And we don't need the dollars then, because between the two of us, we are going to survive. We're going to find a way. Are we going to plant our own crops? Are we going to grow our own shit?
Right.
Are we going to figure out how to make food? Do we know how to make clothes, or do we know people who know how to make clothes?
And by
I'm
this
saying,
time,
wait a
you're my
second.
man.
Like, I really am with a man that we're going to do it together.
Okay, you guys, hold on. My crew in here, hold on 1 second, Jeff. Jeff, hold on. I'm going to come right to you. My crew in here, you guys got to let the caller talk.
Okay.
Y'all can't just keep running through the caller.
Okay.
Y'all, come on now. Jeff, finish your thought and get your ass out the way so they can talk.
How will you survive with the good man you have chosen after the dollar crashes? That's the answer to that question. Here's this question again. Lady, what will you use to judge your man on when the dollar or men buy? What will you judge? What will you use to judge a prospective suitor by when the dollar crashes?
Okay. All right. Well, when the dollar crashes, I'm going to still use the same intuition when it comes to when I meet someone. They make me smile, they're charismatic, and we have a bond that money can't buy. So that'll be the person that I would actually be with, and we would build together even when the dollar crashes so that we can have more. As a matter of fact, that's when I'm going to see what's inside of him, and that's when he's going to see what's inside of me, because we'll both have our backs against the wall because the dollar has crashed it. And at that point, when the dollar crashes, we'll put all our resources together and we'll do what we have to do so that we could be sustained in a time of which you're mentioning. You know what I mean? So we would just
kind of
ride or die, Bonnie and Clyde.
Kind of in short character.
No, it's not. Not if. Let me tell you what. See, I'm gonna tell you about me. Okay, so I'm a rider, right? Period. So he not a rider. I'm a ride and push this nigga. Okay, because I'm getting mine. I don't know about what girls y'all know and who you date and who you know about. But let me tell you about Shelly, and I'm going to my other name.
Shelly, my nigga.
Yeah,
Word up. Let the thug out, Shelly.
You know what I mean? Like I'm a rider. Period. From day one, that's who I am. So I'm gonna make $1 out of 15 cents. You know what I'm trying to say? So if I'm with a guy, a man, my mate, I'm gonna build with him. Even if he doesn't know what to do, I'm gonna put him with the people to do what he needs to do. I'm very, very resourceful because look.
Wait, hold on, Jeff. I'm coming to you. Let me set you up, Jeff. I'm coming.
I'm not going to sit back and just have nothing, Jeff, is all I'm saying to you. So whatever it takes at that moment, that's what's going to happen. When that time comes, I'll give you the rest of the answer. It hasn't happened. But one thing I'll know is that I'll never sit down and lay down and let the world just pull me under. I'm going to always ride it out.
Wow. Jeff Brown, please step in and bring clarity.
The dollar crash will go with the charismatic dude that makes you smile. I have 4 nieces and 2 nephews by deadbeat charismatic dudes that made my cousins smile. That's a different dude. Again, I cannot, without it being deprogrammed, the Western African female has been programmed to choose her man by qualifiers that have to do with successful white men. Have nothing to do with successful men, period. Successful white men. I didn't hear anybody bring up his connection to source. I didn't hear anybody bring up his ability to lead. I did not hear anybody bring up, I did hear people bring up how much he respects me. I did hear that. I heard how much he entertains me, because the biggest sin for a woman You can cheat on a woman forever. You can never bore her. She'll forgive you for fucking around. She will not forgive you for being a boring person. I haven't heard anything about his views on raising children, his views on finance, his views on death, his views on who God is. Question, lady, is 3 plus 2 equals 6, and that's 5, rather. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And let's say 5 is the destination where we're going. 3 plus 2 equals 5.
Okay.
4 plus 1 equals 5. Which one of us is right?
Both of us, man. But everybody's right, Jeff. Hurry up, man. Shit. Where did he go?
Oh. Well, what I was going to say, Jeff, is you asked like a really singular question. It wasn't necessarily open-ended for us to expand to that depth. But what I will say to answer some of your questions is that when or if the dollar collapses, what would I use to judge the character of a man is the difference between a man who says, oh shit, and he's running around with his head chopped off like most men will and all Americans, and that will be expected. Or if the man says, well, now what do we do? Because the person who's looking to solve solutions or even willing to ask the questions versus just stay in crisis mode is the kind of man I want to be with. Wow. Yes, it's a given. No man's going to talk to me on a deep level besides maybe just getting in these pants if you don't have an understanding of spirituality and God and your beliefs. And I don't think you have the ability to have a child and be a good father and the other aspects. Like to me, that's a given. But really the real determining factor of a man to me is, and how do you figure out if they have that victim mentality, is if he's always saying, blame it on someone else, or sitting there with his head chopped off, or he's always in crisis mode, or a man who's like, well, now what do I do?
No, I could smoke a bag of that, and that's a great point. Let me do this. Jeff, we got to let you ride, man, but thank you for jumping in and adding your sauce to what was going down, man. We appreciate that.
Right.
We do. Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah. What'd you say? Say again? You can tell them now. Go ahead. Put it on the speaker so they can hear this.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming very, very soon, executive produced by the one and only Mr. Zoe Williams, The Inappropriate Hour with Jeff Brown. Yes. There will be a show, and it will be fucking intimate.
That's right.
hey, Jeff, and tell them where it's going to air. Tell them where you going to air at.
It's going to be on Dash Radio. It'll be right there.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. Went down like full flat tires. Just wait. I'm working on it as we speak.
Yes.
I'm working on it as we speak. It's going to be a great show.
That's
and
right.
thank you, Zoe, for the opportunity.
Oh, come on, man. It ain't nothing for the homie. Jeff.
That's right.
Yeah.
We had a meeting today, man. We got Jeff in here to Dash Radio in a month. The Inappropriate Hour with Jeff. We're going to make sure he got enough room to talk over everybody.
Right.
That's my dog. That's how we get down. Listen, this shit is crazy because Jeff, he throws knuckleballs, intellectual knuckleballs, curveballs. They move, and you think it's going to be right here on this side of the bat and on the base, and then it switches to he's swinging it air.
Right.
The dude but he's brilliant, and I love, his mind and the way he thinks. But he brought up something that I think is, I don't think women know how to qualify manhood without his wallet. And the reality of it is because women are conditioned and socialized in a capitalist society. So the wallet is part of the critique, the criteria. But if women understood how to qualify what manhood is, most women would want to be with somebody like Bear Grylls. Now, you guys know Bear Grylls, right?
Yes, the survivalist guy on the show who be doing all the things with the stuff and
yeah,
bugs and stuff.
Because the reality of it is, like, this is what makes me worried. This is what makes me concerned about women, and not just women, but men and everybody here on the planet. Right? Do you know we're going through currently our 6th mass extinction? Did you know the planet Earth is going through its 6th mass extinction?
I did not know that.
Nope.
You see what I mean? Like, we all about our fucking business. My apartment building and, my insurance, and he's dope because he got a job. But what about the survivalist? I mean, we've done shows based on, do you have a bug out bag?
Yes.
Do you guys plan for natural disasters?
Flashlights.
Right?
Helicopter.
And then when we see weird white people who got underground shelters and
Preserve jars.
6, they got like 6 stories of food and canned goods and water for 6 or 7 years. Like, this is real shit.
Yes.
We are in, currently, the planet Earth in its 6th mass extinction period. There have been 5 other mass extinction periods. Like, do you understand? Like, the planet Earth moves in cycles that are hundreds, tens of thousands of years. Listen, y'all remember Sarah, who was on the show?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah West.
Yeah, Sarah was just at what is that? Yellowstone.
Yep.
But didn't know that underneath Yellowstone is the world's largest caldera.
Ooh, I didn't know that either. Very cool.
That ain't cool. The caldera is a world ender. If it goes off,
It's over.
the world is over. Now, this is what y'all don't know. If you go to the U.S. Geological website, you can see that they be having hella red alerts. Yellowstone is swelling. What the fuck? The ground is swelling? Yes.
Yes.
And the shit done swole up 8 inches since last night. Could it be an eruption? It'd be like shit like that.
That's a lie.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But you don't see that shit in the news.
No.
But this is real talk. This is real talk. That caldera go off, we all fucked off. And you better hope your man can fish, can kill, can hunt, can do all type of shit.
My man can't. He's a city boy.
Exactly. And that motherfucker gonna be looking at you.
Sucks to be you.
I got a fucking New Yorker in this. Yeah. You're a city boy too, so don't you sit
I don't
and
know
act like you
shit.
know how to fish.
Boy Scouts.
No, I'm just and listen. I'm not trying to be a fear monger.
Real shit.
But if you notice, I'm just saying. But if you notice, what's my guy Al Gore coming out with an inconvenient truth, an inconvenient truth, part 2. I say, you remember that shit I was talking about 10 years ago?
2000.
Well, the shit's even worse now.
Right.
Now what's up? So a lot of times we be so caught up on the illusion of money that the relationships are not predicated on anything substantive. Number 1, survival is substantive. That's number 1. Like we think money is survival, but it's not. First off, I don't care how much money you got. Jay-Z already proved it at least incrementally in his song "Still Nigga." Don't matter what level you get to, you still a nigga. Don't matter how much bread you got, you still a nigga, my nigga.
Yes.
Now understand this about money and power. Just because you got money don't mean you got power.
Yes.
Especially if you a nigga.
Right.
And the moment you try to use your money to get power, the system goes, what the fuck you doing, nigga? I said you could have money. I did not say you could have power. Now you and your wife, or your girls, or the bitches you cheating on, all you motherfuckers just enjoy that mansion we allowed you to have.
Right.
And get a motherfucker, get them all some Versace bags and shit like that. But don't try to get no power. You see the difference? So I think that's where Jeff was coming from when he asked the question, what is your definition of manhood without money? Because when you have people like John Kerry and other, prominent politicians already saying, well, we can now see the end of the dollar. Like the average sister, whether she went to school or not, doesn't really know that the dollar is a fiat currency, and the history of global fiat currencies is that they've all returned to zero wealth.
Yes.
They start off worth something, and then they all return to zero wealth. Now, the dollar currently, today, is worth a few cents. So it costs the exact same amount to print a $100 bill than it does to print a $1 bill. They're worth the same cents.
Yeah.
This is why money back in the day, like if you had $100,000 back in the day, they said, well, $100,000 back in the day is worth, $2 million now. That's because the steady depreciation of the dollar. So we put, and I'm saying to the sisters, you got to stop putting so much emphasis on bread. You got to understand, yes, it is necessity. Yes, this is how we buy oodles and noodles, my nigga. This is how we get oodles and noodles. But until we learn how to consolidate our resources, work together, and actually build some shit, I mentioned this earlier today, Farrakhan. Farrakhan was like, all these motherfuckers in college, nobody taking agriculture.
Right. Oh my God.
Y'all better go take some agriculture instead of getting a motherfucking sociology degree.
Right.
Fuck you gonna do with a sociology degree?
Man.
You in demand all over the world. You come out of any school with an agriculture degree. Niggas need to learn how to eat. And need to know how to deal with shit, I'm in trouble. I need to use this knowledge to save my life. How you gonna have a sociology degree in a motherfucking mass extinction? How's that gonna help?
I know how to cook, and I know how to kill some things. So we're gonna
Girl, yes,
kill.
both.
And then on top of that, though, I wanted to say this earlier because I think the conversation went to the left, and I want to make sure I put this out there. If I'm eating good, my man is eating good. Ain't no way in the world I'm sitting here eating this and he ain't eating what I'm eating. If I'm with my homegirls, the same thing. If I'm eating, she eating. We not gonna be out and about, and she ain't got no bread, and I got money to buy food. We all eating, and we all eating what I thought I was gonna have. I'm not gonna downgrade it because of the others around. I'm gonna keep it popping. You know what I'm saying? I believe if you're together, you're supposed to help each other on every level of the game. You need gas. We need to put gas in this motherfucker because we need to keep rolling. So at the end of the day, that's.
Hey, this is my Mimi dance.
Yeah.
Because Mimi, I'm gonna tell you right now, Mimi is right hand high for you, nigga. She like this,
Hello,
nigga. We rocking with you, nigga.
I mean, and in my life, I've noticed that a lot of men that are wealthy, they go through trials and tribulations where they could be wealthy and then go all the way to the bottom. You can meet them when they're broke, but they're still wealthy inside. So that same person that got broke will reach back different higher heights because he's going to take what he knows and those tools and still move ahead because his spirit says he's rich. It's all about what your spirit says you are. If your spirit says you're broke, and that's what you believe, you won't stay broke. But if your spirit says, I could make it, this is not who I am, I'm a king, then that's what you're going to go after.
But this is why I went back to the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama, listen, the Dalai Lama ain't the only one who did that. It was Krishnamurti. Do you guys, I mention Krishnamurti all the time. When Krishnamurti was in his 20s, some baron from, I don't know, Austria or somewhere, gave this brown dude from India, who was taken from his father after his mother died, taken from his father by white people to England, educated in England. A baron from Austria gave him and his brother a castle and 5,000 acres because they worshipped him as a god. Like, listen, it's unfortunate. The Dalai Lama ain't the only one. White people love substance. See, when you empty, you search for meaning. So white people always just say, well, shit, I done jumped off a cliff. I done climbed Mount Everest. I done did everything there is to do on the recreation side of the game. I need meaning. So they go fuck with spirit to find meaning. And the people who fucking created spirit, whose spirit first emanated from, has been conditioned to look for superficial shit. We have turned, this is why I say our relationships are based on stimulation. We have turned what we gonna do into the main theme of our relationships. It's not even what we gonna learn. What am I gonna learn about myself? How can you help me reach a higher spiritual understanding of who the fuck I am.
Well, so one thing that I wanted to say when he was on the phone was, so I, again, with the whole spiritual growth, I've been researching like chakras lately, and so I'm interested in opening the first one, and it has to do with like, in order to do that, you have to let go of fear, which is a huge fucking thing. And I was like, fear, do you know how huge that is? And I mean simply just world fears. Like,
so let's drill down.
Yeah, like how am I going to pay my rent?
No, let's drill down. Let's drill down.
Yeah.
Let's just drill down.
Okay.
What is another code word for fear as it pertains to relationships?
What I can't control.
Trust. You motherfuckers are trust hunters. And this is why you can't be the motherfucking freak you want to be. This is why you can't open up the way you want to open up. This is why you can't be as vulnerable as you'd like to be. Because you need certainties and guarantees. And there's one thing that don't exist in this motherfucker.
Guarantees.
Is certainties and guarantees.
Right. That part.
Right.
So how the fuck you want a certainty and a guarantee from your relationship, and your intimate relationships are part of the fabric of reality? Now this is about to get deep, goddammit.
Yeah.
Your relationship is a part of the fabric of reality.
Yes.
Werner Heisenberg figured out something called the uncertainty principle when trying to observe electrons. So you can only know one or two things, or one thing about a fucking electron. You could either know its momentum or its location. You can't know both. And that was called, you can, in terms of measurement, you can only measure how fast it's moving or exactly where it's at. You can't know both. So if uncertainty is built into the fabric of reality, how can trust be the centerpiece of intimacy?
And that's
It's trust in fucking ideas.
And I'm just like, how is fear the first thing that you have to take care of in order to be spiritually move up? That's
Because
a
fear
huge
controls
one.
you.
No,
Like,
no,
Will Smith has a thing where he
I
talks about
logically understand,
Yeah.
but it's a huge
It's
one.
huge.
Like, we are motivated by fear.
Yes.
Everybody.
Wow. Everybody.
But I'm
That's
really
why your
sure about that,
relationships are unhappy.
If you're motivated by fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say, back to what Zoe was saying originally, and I think this is where I've come full force with this, like just being out in LA recently, is we're having conversations about women letting go of modern standards of measuring men. But men have to do the same.
True.
And so, like me, it talks and it sounds like, okay, I measure men materialistically. I really don't. Like, I really try to measure you on character, or like our vibe and what's going on. Because again, like with my ex, like I helped him build his credit. Like I co-signed on a credit card, helped him build up his stuff. We agreed that like literally we would just do date night once a month for 2.5 years. Like we would only go out either a movie or a dinner, not both, for 2.5 years because we were both working on paying off our debts and we were working towards getting a house. Not my ex-husband, but my ex before him. Like we just came into agreements like because we're not poor-minded. You know, the broke is just, our present situation is not even broke, but our choice to have a certain mindset and work towards something together. We made those agreements to make that happen. So that, like, my whole thing is, like, we came into that together. Like, I had to tell him, like, the money you do or don't have doesn't matter. Like, I had to teach him the materialistic, like, world isn't how I'm measuring you. Because I'm like, because we have now built this vision together and we agree we're moving towards it together. So again, but my issue out here, even in LA, is that like men are still measuring them that way, and particularly black men. So you're telling me not to measure you that way, but you're still measuring yourself that way. And so I'm meeting a lot of depressed black men that are like out here struggling, and they're like, oh, it's hard to date because women won't date a broke man and all of that, and it's victimhood. And I'm like, listen, I'm telling you that don't matter to me.
You said a lot of stuff that was partially true. Jeff Brown has a response. He says, the only thing that is certain most sisters ignore is their intuition.
Yeah, I agree. I've already admitted that's where I am.
I'm going to come back to this point because somebody just said the one thing that, I think it was a sister, the one thing that could foster trust in a relationship is consistency.
Right.
But again, relationships do not work on linear beliefs and ideas. They don't. Consistency can also lead to monotony and boredom. See, a lot of times, you see what I'm saying? So a lot of motherfuckers, consistency is your catchword. Yeah, that's your catchword. You think, if he's consistent, he good. If he's consistent, we're bored. All of us.
Consistent in what is the key?
Right.
Consistent in trying, not necessarily succeeding or doing something that's
No, but this is what I believe. I really believe it's about being consistent in the mask we keep up.
Right.
So other women, yeah, I agree 100%.
I'm just saying in general, people in general.
Of whatever you presented originally, that you're keeping up
there
with
we
the
go.
original face that you put on.
That's
because
right.
When you meet somebody, you meet that face. That's like an interview. They're giving you what you want to hear. They're trying to win you over, so everything they say is calculated.
Yes.
But as the relationship goes on, they become more relaxed. They see that you're getting sprung. They see that things are getting a little good, so they letting some of their hair down. They forgot some of them things they was acting like. As a matter of fact, they see you sprung, so really they doing them right now.
Right.
And then that's when it all starts coming out. Or they get a little loose with it. So either way it goes, the truth comes out later, but you're already sprung. It's already, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's when they start loosening up, actually.
Right. Oh, Mimi. You said something earlier that I think is also very important. And Jeff touched on it too. The mindset. There's a poverty mindset.
Yes.
There's a victimhood mindset. There's a blame game mindset.
Exactly.
But guess what? If y'all don't know the mindset of stillness, see, peace. Peace be still.
It's the opposite of fear is peace.
First and foremost, so many people are doing. They think the process of doing is the process of living. That's why I say relationships are primarily based on stimulation. We need to be doing something. That's why I say, why is there always an end result? Well, where is this going? And we need to be progressing to the next level. What if it's just some superficial shit, that's just stimulation. You're saying keep the stimulation going. But the reality of it is nobody is really content. When's the last time you seen some content folk? Just may not have a lot, but content. That's another level of being able to relate without the constant pressure of having to do something. What we doing? Where is this going? All that shit is predicated on economics in America. This is why you don't know what a meaningful man looks like outside of capitalism's gestalt, outside of the view that capitalism placed on him. You don't know what he looked like.
Well, he playing so many games, so he don't know what he look like all the damn time. Shit, nigga, who are you, nigga? Last week he was one nigga, now you a new nigga this week. Figure this shit out and holler back on for real. But you know, but what I really noticed though on some real shit, like I go through things in my life where I have bills and this and that, but I don't look at it like, oh, let me see who gonna do X, Y, Z. And I could easily do that type of stuff. I could easily not work so hard, but I like achieving things and I like achieving my goals. I'm the type of person, once I achieve one goal, I have another set of goals that I need to meet. I'm never content.
So really, it's not the goal, it's the process of manifestation.
Yes, and I actually see it, and then I achieve it, and I don't stop, and I don't let anything stop me. But I do it one step at a time. I don't just go from here like, okay, I live here and I'm gonna be in a mansion. No, I go step by step, like building a house, and that's the same thing I do in a relationship. That's why any person I get in a relationship with is gonna be a team builder. Else there's no relationship to build. I'm not gonna push you the whole time. I need somebody who can push each other. Let me push him. He pushed me a couple of steps, and now we're doing some real stuff.
But now the question becomes, when does the pushing stop? Because it can't be perpetual pushing.
Well, I think that once, if you really are, me, myself, I can't even say when the pushing is going to stop, because right, the person that I am, I never want to stop. And that's even in the relationship. If I love somebody, then we're going to still keep pushing to keep the fire going. It's not just easy to be in a relationship. Sometimes they may get on your nerves. They might have farted and stunk like a motherfucker. This nigga here.
Don't ever fart, Mimi. Don't ever. If you ever fart, my whole view will be like,
oh, it's over. It's over. You So on some real stuff is like, if they start doing certain things, but you love that person, so you're still looking past whatever it is you didn't like. Maybe they're breasting someone, but you still love him. It's not about the breath. It's about that person. So I said that to say, if you really love someone, whatever it is, if you're trying to buy a lot of property, you'll buy one property and then buy another one, and then you'll buy a building. In my mind, I never stop until I'm ready to just travel, and then I'm going to let all my other works become a machine and work for me. So even though I'm not working, the work is still being done. That's how I set my life up.
So one thing, I was actually sitting here thinking about myself and how I'm the same way, or I must do it. And for me, it's strictly just spiritually. So I was sitting here thinking like, well, that's not bad. Like to always want to be up here and do more, but do more. But then I thought to myself, actually, there is, again, like peace in just sitting. So let's say I'm at this level spiritually, and I just thought, well, maybe if I just stop and be happy at that moment, I will naturally grow.
So watch this. Let me give you this, because that's big. In the Quran, the holy book of the Muslims, says that Adam was created of Hamun, black clay. It said Allah blew the breath of life into Adam's nostrils and said, kun fayakun, be and exist. See, that ain't no different than Yoda. There is no try, just do. See, people don't know how to just be.
Right.
We're always doing. Why? Because capitalism is predicated on accumulation. We've got to keep accumulating. If you notice, there's a big ass plastic island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean of all of our trash. If you notice, there's fucking whales and dolphins beaching themselves with stomachs full of plastic because of our incessant consumption and doing. We don't know what it means to be. Kun fayakun, be and exist. Somebody just hit me and said, is Zoe saying being consistent in being respectful, loyal, and honest? Is he saying that's being boring? No. First and foremost, find a real level of respect. Right. When you go and have you ever seen Mount Shasta? Active pyramid. Right? Or not pyramid, but it looks like a pyramid. Active volcano. It's majestic. I was driving by it once and I damn near crashed because I just kept looking. It's beautiful. It pulled out reverence. Like, that's powerful. How often do you find that in your intimate relationships? It's hard for you to find it in your intimate relationships because you got standards that are based on what you can get out of the person. You got principles based off of what you receive. So it's hard to find reverence in a person when you don't see them for what they are. You're seeing them for what they can do for you. So before you say, is Zoe saying being respectful and loyal and honest is boring? That's not what I'm saying. First, find real loyalty. Because most people are loyal to options and not you. They're loyal to resources and not you. They're loyal to what you can do. The next thing, how many people you know who knows how to really be honest? Who knows how to be comfortable with being the truth within themselves and don't edit themselves at all around you? How many people you know like that?
Very few.
So for him to say, am I saying that's boring? First off, get to that level and live there for some years before you can even say if this is boring or not. You know how rare it is to find people like that? Come on, man. You better listen in stereo. Oh, mono listening ass. Back to y'all.
Well,
Sure.
I'll just say I recently actually made a post about this because everybody already established I'm in transition, and literally people ask me questions all the time and they're like, "You the truth and you tell the truth." I very much own this. I tell the truth for me as of today, and the one thing I said was I just want someone who can be honest in their truth and tell me when it's changed, because I think that's what's really the problem with consistency is people, like we said, keeping up the mask of the thing they told you at the time you met them or whatever. And the more, especially spiritually, I grow, and the more that I'm willing to just sit in my being and the pain and the frustration and the love and the peace, is realizing truth is not constant, and the truth for you is not constant. So all I'm really looking for is another human being that's willing to be an ever-changing truth and communicate it. That the few people in my life where we really are living judgment-free in our truths is because we admit when that's changed every day. Like my closest homegirl will admit one day we were like, yeah, money was everything until it wasn't. We're like, stability was everything until it wasn't. Sex was everything until it wasn't. We just be truth and honest with each other.
This is your pussy until it ain't.
Right. For real.
Whose pussy is this? Yours for now, my nigga. Yeah, when women start saying that shit during sex, now I know we living in the truth. It's yours this evening, my nigga. This evening, this is your pussy. We gotta start doing it.
I'm just saying, truth is not constant, and a lot of us act like it is in relationships. That where people get their feelings hurt. This is my truth as of today. And I agree to and commit to telling you if it and when it's changed. And that's where I think that was the demise of my relationship was the truth changed a lot, and it just did not get communicated. So we're operating on different truths and different rules and different realities. So just be honest, and a lot of people don't have enough self-reflection to do that though. Women is lying to themselves everywhere. So it's hard for them to be honest with men when they freaking don't know themselves. They don't know the truth for themselves. So yeah.
Man, I'm going to tell you, man, at the end of the day, if you want to be happy in relationship, if you really, really, really want to be happy, it's an inside job.
Yes.
You really got to like you.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many people don't like themselves?
Oh, Lord.
And then find a way. Listen. You know how many broken men there are who build up who the fuck they think women want to see them to be? So they can get that pussy and then you give it to them? Because lies work on that pussy better than the truth does most times? Listen, if we were living in a society that was based on the development of internal fortitude, and women lived, and we lived in a society where women developed their intuition to be able to judge the quality of a man on his character and not his characteristics. Do you know what kind of relationships we would have? The relationships are fucked up because women have accepted the standards of commerce, of capitalism. Money is the great relationship equalizer. If Jermaine Dupri wasn't Jermaine Dupri, maybe he woulda. No. You see, y'all thought I was going somewhere else. Y'all thought because he looked like.
No, it wasn't looks. No.
But let me say this: maybe it was Jermaine's artist that called out to Janet. Maybe two artists got together, and a lot of people thought automatically, well, that nigga got Janet because he got millions and he's a producer. But maybe it was his artist. Again, meaning trumps everything. Yeah. It's what white people are trying to find after they've conquered the world. Right. Meaning. Yeah. But what black people are trying to find is substance through materialism, which gives them meaning. Aw, damn. Come on. Y'all don't see that? Go ahead, Mimi. Speak on it.
But you know, when I'm working hard towards things that I want, I don't even look at it like that. I mean, I remember at one point in my life, we all go through different points. But right now, I feel like I want to leave an inheritance for my daughter. I don't want to go fund me. I don't need your handout. I'm doing what I want to do to make my life, what I think God has put me here to do. So everybody's walk is different. Everybody's road is different. Everybody's not looking for what I'm looking for. And I don't expect that. But I feel like God made me a multitasker. And I can do many things. I know many people.
That's 100% right there.
You know what I'm trying to say?
That is 100%. I don't think that that's in question.
Yeah.
Again, people need to understand life in stereo, not mono. First and foremost, all rich people stay wealthy because they use other people's money.
Exactly. Right.
Okay? It was rich white people who created GoFundMe.
Exactly.
So they know how to use other people's resources. They don't use their own.
Right. Exactly.
So that's number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, in terms of leaving something for your kids, sure. Sure. You're supposed to do that. But, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, if that's all you got.
Oh, no, it's not all.
See, let me say, my kids have a philosophy about life.
Right.
So now they can look at other people and see where other people are coming from.
Right.
Most people don't see where other people are coming from because they are evaluating what other people have. They start in that evaluative process.
Right.
But when you start looking at a person for who they are, what they represent, when is the last time you bumped into a motherfucker who felt like Malcolm? Or somebody who felt like Van Gogh? Or somebody who felt like... You don't even know what that feels like no more. Because we have been conditioned to look at what people have.
But when I look at you, I see things in you that you don't see in a lot of people. You feel me? You're very educated and smart. And I think that from speaking for all the ladies, and I'm speaking for myself, but I really think I can speak for them as well. I think everyone learned something from this show.
Right.
So you bring something that everyone doesn't have. I mean, there's other people in the world that have other gifts. But I'm saying that you actually have the gift that you're speaking about. Maybe you're not Van Gogh. But you're doing things and you're making a difference. When people hear this show, it makes a difference on how they look at things. I know when I leave here sometime, I look at certain things and say, hey, you know, I need to change that, or that's a good perspective. So
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
But see, that's the whole purpose of the show. And this is what we're trying to infuse in the youngsters who have to take us into the next generation. Like, Jeff brought up an amazing point. Like, if there was no dollar, what would be your definition of success? What would be your definition of manhood? How could you now build your relationships?
It would be my peace with my relationship with God. I mean, my relationship with God, first of all, comes first right here, right now. It's just that's not the topic, so I didn't really go into that.
Say more. Yes, that's what I want.
You know what I'm saying? So really, my relationship with God, that's first and foremost in my spirituality. I'm not a religious person. I just have a spiritual life with God. I have an intuition. And I also, when I meet people, some people I feel like I met them, I've been knowing them forever, and some people I want to run because there's a spirit in them
say more.
That I see that's not right.
Say more.
So I can read into people.
Yes.
I have a gift, and I'm blessed by having that gift. So when I see certain characteristics in people, I'm no longer interested. I don't care if you have $1 million flying out your ass when you're talking to me. I'm getting on because I don't like what you're. I don't like you.
Yes, keep going.
You know, so I don't base my relationship with people on finances. That's why I said it could be the richest or the brokest one in between. I'm gonna pick the one more spiritually connected to me over everything, because you know what? That's something you can't buy. And when you have spirit, you have truth. And when you can go spiritually with someone, you can't even buy that. I mean, that's taking next levels. I mean, and if you pray, and a family that prays together stays together.
Hallelujah.
And if you put all those things into a relationship, the relationship is bound to be prosperous. And so I really believe that a man is who he think he is. So, you know, as you think it, that's who you are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe to be a positive person and to believe in always being prosperous and at peace and having joy. And finding someone that adds to me in me thinking that way.
And this is not to marginalize money in any way, shape, or form. You need money.
Right.
We all need it. Money is part of our lives. Money is a social lubricant. Money is society's KY jelly. If you don't have money, that shit dry. Life comes to a screeching halt. Right? I get that. But when you get to a point where KY jelly makes the sex, it makes the action, then y'all ain't really fucking.
Right.
Then y'all not really fucking. If you get to a point where you gotta have it, she ain't wet for you, nigga.
Right.
You got to douse her in petroleums, my nigga. She don't want that.
I just feel like that's not good for you. That should not be.
Like, and all the talk about like women maybe changing their perspective on how we, are gauging a man. I feel like still again like that calls a lot more men to be of substance too. And I'm not saying there isn't, because I've been super blessed with just the men I've been in relationship with, even my ex. Like as much as we've been through, like I would say there's substance in him too. But yeah, I've been super blessed with amazing black men in my life that have substance and that did all of those things, like walk spiritually. Even my first ex, like my high school sweetheart, we weren't even of the same faith. We weren't able to connect spiritually and be spiritually in line, although our faiths were not. It was crazy now I think about it. My mom was looking at me like, he's in a cult. I'm like, it's not a cult, Mom. But like, so I've been blessed with amazing black men. I know they're there, and I'm not bitter about it. I'm consistently am around amazing black men of substance. But again, if we're really challenging black women to change how we measure black men, then black men need to make sure they have substance. I say that not that they lack it, but then if a woman of substance who's judging based on substance is not interested in you, that should be a reflection to you that maybe you are lacking it.
But that goes back to substance. That goes back to our definition of substance. What is substance, Tiffany?
Right. To me, it's your desire to want to know how to survive. That's really, to me, what gauges it. If you do not know and you are not in it now, you are seeking to find it.
But the spiritualists from the East say desire is the problem. The Buddhists, the Hindus, the Taoists, desire is a Western movement. Because desire creates disruption, or what they call the mental perturbations. This is why the Hindus say you need to quiet your mind. Desire is an agitator of spirit.
I mean, I believe that too. Again, I'm not a practicer of that way specifically, so I'm not going to be 100% in line with it. And then sometimes I know a lot of people get hung up on vocabulary words choices. So to them, it'd be quiet your desire, or just be action, or just be. So for me, if you just change out the vocab word of desire and say be, I want you to be a survivor or survivalist. Like that's it. Like I want to know
listen
with
to
a
that.
man that can survive.
But I want you to hear that. I want you to hear that. And like you said, it's the word, so we want to drill down. So when you say be a survivalist, you have some people who make the separation between surviving and living. And living is being, and surviving is thriving and striving to be somewhere.
Well, and again, this is where I said I don't ever strive to just be in accordance with whatever the jive is at the moment. So I'm fine with saying I am not a Buddhist and I'm not here just to be. Like I like just being, and there's an important aspect of being mindful and just living and just being, and that is the higher spirit. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not there. Part of living in the United States of America is to do. And so I need someone who can be, but also my gauge of how I judge a man, and this is me.
I like it.
Is a man who can also do.
I like
you need
it.
To be able to be still, be in, recognize, rest, be mindful. But also, a man in America that's just being is not doing. I need both.
Are y'all listening? I want y'all to listen now. You listening? Okay, cool.
I'm not dating Gandhi. I'm not dating a Buddhist monk. I am dating.
Well, you're not going to be able to attract him either.
Right, and that's not my desire. So, again, part of just living your truth. I'm okay with saying I'm not just looking for a spiritual man. I'm looking for a spiritual man who is also this thing. And I'm not looking for
Yes, I like that. I want you guys to talk about that. Yes.
Gandhi. I'm open to say I want a man who can be, is in line with spirit and seeking, knowledge and the ability to be, but understanding that the world we live in now is I need to also be able to do.
But aren't you Christian?
I am.